The differences between college students who commute to school and those who live on campus. Students that decide to continue their education and move on to college have to make the decision on whether they are going to live on campus or commute to school on a daily basis. We will discuss some reasons on why or why not a student should consider commuting to school or to just live on campus. Why students should live on campus. There are many reasons why students should consider living on campus. Here are some reasons on why living on campus will be beneficial for a student. They will be more engaged with the campus and school-related organizations. It'll help obtain better learning and communication skills. They'll have more time on their hands to focus on school. It'll be easier for them to maintain a higher GPA. They'll have a true college experience. And living away from one's parents can prepare a student for what's to come in the future, like bills, rent, food, and other expenses. Why students should commute to school. There are many reasons why students should consider commuting to school. Here are some reasons on why commuting to school might be a better option. Students will save money on living expenses if they live at home. They will be able to spend more time with old friends and family. It'll be easier to find a job because you commute through different cities, and they can live in the comfort of their own home. The pros and cons of living on campus. Pros include being close to school, being more engaged with the school culture, being more focused on schoolwork, helping prepare for the real world, and learning how to save money. Cons include being far from home, spending more money, having less job opportunities, being away from friends and families, and not having a home-cooked meal. Research has been conducted on this topic. Here are some things that we found. Based on cognitive impact of living on campus versus commuting to college, written by Priscilla Ernest and others, there are many pros of living on campus. Students that live on campus tend to maintain a high GPA than those who commute or live off campus. This leads to higher test scores on exams in any curriculum. Students also tend to be more active and engaged in school cultures and activities, joining fraternities, sororities, clubs, and other organizations offered on campus, living the true college experience and taking advantage of the great opportunity it has to offer. Dan Giantos discusses the pros and cons of commuter students and those who live on campus or housing that the school provides. He discusses how commuter students are viewed as being disadvantaged because they lack the opportunities that are offered to students that live on campus. Most commuter students also face multiple life roles, like a full-time job, family to take care of, etc. And students that live on campus are more likely to not be employed or they work very little hours throughout the week. This causes commuter students to be more prone to stress and frustration. Dan also talks about how the commuter students are also less likely to get involved with school-based organizations, whereas students that live on campus have the time and ability to get involved. Stephanie Beach discusses the different conflicts and obstacles students will come across on their college journey, specifically the different reasons why students would choose to live at home away from school rather than live on campus, or the other way around. The pros and cons an individual should consider when making the decision to move out or continue living at home. She talks about the different alternates students can use when commuting to school. She also talks about how living away from school can make students feel detached from school and not putting the effort that they should. Graphs and statistics. University of North Dakota research shows residence hall students have a higher GPA than those students who live off campus. Students who commute to Cal State University Long Beach do better in school than those who live on campus, according to a recent poll, which calculates the average GPA of 45 commuters and 45 non-commuters during their fall 2009 semester. Living in the residence halls in University Place means all utilities, computer network, internet access, cable TV, and movie channels are included in one payment per semester. Depending on which apartment building you live in, different amenities are covered in your rent. There are different obstacles students will come across on their college journey. One of those obstacles will be whether a student is going to be living on campus or at home with his or her parents, or even just living on their own away from school. These students will have to make this choice based on financial capability, different responsibilities they might have, and personal preference. With all the great opportunities one can have while living on campus, it still may not be a fit for all. I hope this presentation helps students narrow down their decisions. The end.